Good afternoon, everyone. I hope everyone have a good weekend. Today, yesterday Mass was good for me, Holy Trinity Mass, which I was being touched by God to really let me put in perspective of how He has loved me, how He has trusting in Him will brings me better future and better light, and really what He has given to me, my family, is the most precious thing on earth, more than any vineyard and any gold and precious. Really, the peace and the calmness that I'm receiving now has always been what I'm looking out for. Let's really look at our lives from today's readings. Today we continue Kings, we continue the reign of Ahad and the wife Jezreel, and how things just went wrong. Although Ahad is really the king, having power, money, family, and how dissatisfied he is, and the extent of how two of them went to fulfill what they wanted. Sometimes when you take a step back and whatever they done is totally out and off, it may seems, but sometimes we have also failed to see that at the moment all these bits and pieces of the jigsaw puzzle may not come into place. And today reading is relatively short for Matthew, where God tells us to give to enemy, give to whoever that wants part of us. And I can see Naboth just give his life up for God. Let us really continue to listen to Lord's teaching to really guide us to the genuine promise of Him. Okay, today what really struck me is interesting for me that in the first reading we see how greed has led someone fall into sin deeper and deeper, Ahad. Although it may not be Ahad that has done all the acts of injustice, although he is not the one that physically has sinned, but he has allowed, he has created the scenario of this unfairness. So really sometimes we must take a step back. Are we the one that causes a lot of unhappiness, tension within the family? Although we may not be the one that is scolding people, killing people, are we the one that is encouraging or even put the whole family into that situation? Because he was so overwhelmed with his own pride that he couldn't get the vineyard. So this pride has actually causes him not to be able to see properly. It may not have caused him to do what like Jezreel has done, but he has really blinded himself that of this greed and pride that he couldn't see anything else. Okay, Jezreel's intention, my interpretation is, she may not be really trying to help Ahab, but to demonstrate her ability at twisting facts and staging someone that's untrue. She has saw herself that she has ability to change things. It may seem like, oh, I'm trying to help my husband to fulfill his goal, but is there other ways of doing it? But she chose the way of that was able to better demonstrate her ability. So sometimes you come to think of my action. There are many ways for me to achieve riches, working hard and all. Sometimes I chose the way that gets a more glamorous way, which may not be what God has been teaching us. Okay. Jezreel So in the gospel, we have learned how to put our own version of justice into the picture. It may seem that Jezreel and Ahab is doing something just. Why does Naboth don't change the vineyard with me? What I've done is right, yeah? It's just still a change. So I'm just trying to practice that justice, let justice be done unto myself. Okay, because people has let me down. But in this process of upholding the justice, I think sometimes I also fall into the sin of wanting justice done onto me, that people know that I'm the victim, and sometimes put my wife in a very unpleasant situation, or I won't say framing her, but frame her up in a very negative mode. Sometimes we do that, okay, to put people down so that we don't look so bad. But instead, today's gospel reading is teaching us what the real fair thing is to give, is to actually love, not to so much or get our way back. Okay, get justice be done unto us. The most just thing is, because if everything comes from God, the most just thing is to let things be done according to God's will. Let it be. Love one another as I love you. I think loving is actually justice, and let God be the judge at the end of the day. And I thank God for giving me the opportunity to experience, to know Him, that the Trinity stays inside of me, and the Holy Spirit flow into me. All this I pray. Amen.